Hey guys, Rob Hilton here from AG Secure Property Management in Barrie. Wanted to do a quick video for everybody on one of the biggest mistakes we see landlords making on a day-to-day basis. Believe it or not, that mistake happens to be renting to either family or friends. We see it all the time where a landlord has run into problems where they rented their property out to a family member or some friends, and all of a sudden some challenges are happening. Why does this happen and what can you do about it? Well, first of all, it usually happens because it is family or friends. So what do? We rent the place to them and we don't necessarily perform all the proper vetting. Believe it or not, a lot of people have secrets. They may be your brother, they may be your sister. You may want to do a nice thing for them, but you don't necessarily know everything that's happening in their life, and maybe their financial situation isn't as secure as you think it is. A lot of us don't like to disclose negative information about ourselves, and this is very possible. So you want to be careful. Make sure whoever you're going to rent the place to, whether it be family or friends or somebody else, you do the proper vetting process, applications, and everything else associated with that. Next biggest mistake we see is usually the agreement's done on a handshake. They move the person in, no problem. We have sort of a general agreement. They don't even have a proper lease in place. A lease is the rules, guys. It outlines what you're responsible for as a landlord. It outlines what your tenants are responsible for. And if there is a dispute down the road, that is a reference document that can be used, whether it's you're using it with each other, or if you end up at the landlord-tenant board having to settle a dispute, that document is enforceable there and should have the rules and outline. This, remember, anytime that somebody's giving you money in return for something, that's a business transaction, and you should be handling these transactions strictly as business transactions. Don't get involved and don't play, oh, it's family, so I don't have to do things the way I normally would. Think of the things that could happen. Maybe you're not fast enough to respond to a service request. Maybe they're a little bit late with the rent money. Maybe they've lost their job and it's uncomfortable. As a family or a friend, well, you know what that means at the dinner table at Christmas. Maybe your brother has had problems with a job, hasn't been able to pay rent money, and you're looking for the rent money. That causes some stress, and of course now maybe parents and other siblings are involved. Who's the jerk of the family? The one who didn't pay, the one who's trying to get the money, the one who's talking about forcing them out. It becomes a very difficult situation. We like to say in most business relationships, you don't use family or friends as customers. Landlord-tenant is absolutely no different. Family, you got to live with the rest of your life and you don't want to have any stress there. Friends, if you rent to them and things go sour, they're friends no more. So something to think about when you're renting out your unit. Don't take the easy way, which is giving it to somebody you know who you tend to be comfortable with. Make sure you're following all the proper business practices. Looking for more information on our videos, go to www.agsecure.ca or give us a call, 705-792-9764.